I just had a crazy prediction come true. I just had a crazy prediction come true. Oh, it wasn't this one. Oh, that was a good one. No. You see, oh man, I gotta take a holiday. Woo! I gotta take a holiday. I'm too hot right now. I got bored of price. The NASDAQ, Elliott Wave, ABC, I got bored. Got bored of price. Coinbase, MicroStrategy, compounding all the ones that don't hit, all the ones that have option premium ETFs. I got bored of price. Got bored. No, I got bored of price. Look at that. What's that, Ethereum? What's that? That looks like the S&P 500 a year ago. 758 views. I'm glad. Because if I was hot, if I was like these other gurus, this wouldn't be good. This wouldn't be good. Because the prediction I made this video for ain't any of those. Ain't any of those. No, sir. I got bored of price. I'm bored of price. I'm just reading you their script now. They want to talk about how this is all scripted. All right. That's cute. This is all scripted. I got your script. Elites will get your soul. Wait. 2 months ago, elites are going to get your soul. In 2024, Sam Altman's World Coin Iris scans. Let's look at this. Wow. What's going on here? A guy named Sam Altman, Elon Musk's best friend. I said he was participating in a ritual, a resurrection ritual. Friday going into the season of Sagittarius, which is where Christ the Son is crucified between two thieves before he resurrects after December 21st and is followed by 3 wise men. He is born again. 3 days after December 21st, which is the winter solstice, the sun is born again on December 25th, and he's followed by 3 wise men, which are the 3 stars of Orion's belt. So the Friday going in to the season of Sagittarius, I saw them singing up Mr. Altman with a ritual. Jesus Christ crucified on Friday. This was around the time Saturn was entering 0 degrees on the zodiacal wheel. These people call themselves Saturnians, members of the Saturn cult. That's why the machine you clock in on says Chronos. Chronos. You are a slave to time, and you clock in on the Chronos timekeeping system. That's named after the Roman god Saturn, who would eat his children and enslave them with time. Nice guy. That's who they worship. That's what the black cube is. That's what the black cube in Mecca is, that the Islamic community walks around. That's what the black cube that the Zionist community wears on their head. And that's the black cube that you look at. You're probably looking at it right now on your screen. You're looking at a black cube. It's telling you the time, right? You're a time slave. Well, they're not really happy with you just being a time slave. They want to really get you in, because they're interested in this book called the Bible. And they actually think they play a role in the Bible. They think they're a character in the Bible, specifically the people mentioned in Revelation who claim to be Jews but are not. Right? They claim to be Jews but are not. They are, just to be frank, the Catholic Church, the Vatican, and the Church of Zion. And these 2 organizations linked together to form an organization called the Jesuit Order. And this is what true Satanism looks like in practice, the blatant manipulation of Christianity and Judaism in a very perverted way. Anyway, they want you to have you be a node in the blockchain. That's what this video talks about. This video talks about you becoming a node in the blockchain in 2024. Why? Okay, maybe I got ahead of myself. What's this crazy guy talking about? Bang! I said iris scans were going to be normalized in the name of cybersecurity. And also soon in the name of making sure everyone has the same health information, the same health updates, the same jabs. Yes, the same jabs. That's coming back. Sorry, folks. I don't know why it's coming back. Some say it's disease X. Some say they're going to announce AIDS for all the people who took it. But the jabs are coming back, baby. I'm along this one. It's a gamble. But this company got big money from the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation. What do? You know what the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation did? They gave this company $10 million last year. And their biggest grant was involving tuberculosis testing, right? It's always in the name of something that's admirable. And the real, kicker with this company is that they're working on technology to get your health information for global epidemiologic centers on the cloud, right? So they are going to have a mass testing program to get everyone's testing information on the cloud. That's what this video was about. It mentioned Codex, it mentioned Moderna specifically. And this idea that I said in this video was that iris scanning your eyeballs was going to be normalized to eventually, I believe, to vote. Eventually, I believe even having, basic identification. This is how we're going to solve the immigration crisis. And this is also how we're going to solve all those pandemic problems. Remember, how do we know who has the jabs? Well, we need a blockchain system, and they've known this for a long time. That's why Bill and Melinda Gates, who fund all this, they also fund a company called Microsoft, who created something called patent 0202060606, which this video also blatantly mentions, talking about how you are going to become a node in the blockchain. And that is what this patent is going over right now. This was made in 2019, CV19. So what's going on here? You are going to become a node in the blockchain. What's that mean? Well, blockchains need reasons for verification, right? So they need something to verify, right? They got to verify something to make sure we're all on the same page. The biggest one, I believe, that affects me is going to be jab status, healthcare status. This is how they're going to solve the pandemic problems. But for people, other people, what this is also going to solve, this is how you are going to have to be employed, right? So you probably love your job, your career, right? You probably fulfilled the American dream. You got an amazing job, went to college, maybe you're in a little debt, maybe you got kids, maybe you got a mortgage. You kind of need to be there, but you also want to be there. You love what you do. It's your passion, right? That's why you don't need to retire until you're 65. You honestly can't, but you probably didn't know, when you took this job, that eventually, not only were you going to be asked to wear masks, were you going to be asked to take a wild amount of experimental gene therapy that we now have had serious recalls for officially in the state of Florida. But this video is all about how you have to be a node in the blockchain. Your health history is going to be needed. Your social media, right? Elon Musk says we need to be able to verify your humanity, prove you're a human. That's how we're going to solve the AI crisis. This sounded like a crazy idea. At this time of this video, this was a wild conspiracy about Ethiopia and what Sam Altman was doing. It was talking about the Bible. It was talking about rituals. It was talking about programming coded messages and making predictions based on things that shouldn't be able to be made predictions on. They included Okta. They included Zcash. They included, it included stocks like Moderna. Moderna's gone up quite significantly. I haven't gotten all the jab. My performance as a market caller is the best in the world. No one has ever predicted the stock market more uncannily, consistently, and accurately than me. But what I've done recently, I started not just talking about price. I got bored of price. Now I'm just telling you their script. Ever since they did that commercial, that NFL commercial, they're talking about the script, and they got Keegan-Michael Key up there. I'm like, all right, if y'all are just going to be telling us that this is scripted, I'm just going to tell people what the script is. So I said, iris scans are going to be used in blockchain, normalized, to have health history, to vote, to prove you're an American citizen, to prove you're a human, and eventually to be employed, sadly one day maybe even to buy groceries. Okay, I think the last thing that's going to go is a brokerage account, but what do I know? Okay, Optic ID for Apple Vision Pro. This article is directly from the source, and it is dated February 2nd, 2024. So this article is dated February 2nd, 2024. This video saying that we were being programmed with a ritual to accept something that was extremely fringe, now becoming a very popular, very commonplace thing. That is called a conspiracy. A conspiracy theory. That is not supposed to be true. There are technically not supposed to be rituals involving Sam Altman, where he plays the Christ figure, and someone is talking about how this is an astrological ritual with the season of Sagittarius. Why is the season of Sagittarius where Christ is crucified between two thieves? Because the ancient people in our world knew that the month before Sagittarius and the month after Sagittarius, the entire world, there was not a single fruit-bearing season. You really couldn't harvest your crops. You couldn't really plant. You couldn't really do anything. All across the world, the two zodiac signs that bookend Sagittarius are called the two thieves. There's no farming. There's no harvesting. Christ is crucified between the two thieves, and then he is born again on December 25th after being asleep for 3 days. That's the winter solstice. The sun disappears, and then it comes back for 3 days. It's followed by 3 wise men. Those 3 wise men are the 3 stars of Orion's belt. All of this is talked about in a video. It's talking about, rituals in how this is used with Julius Caesar, how this is it gets into a lot of esoteric stuff, and it really gets into the idea. The biggest point is that this story that was very fringe and very silly, and this ritual with Sam Altman, and the speculation he could be working with Elon Musk, the reminder he's been working with Elon Musk. Now Elon Musk is the face of this big, immigration, problem in Texas. That's how they're going to solve the immigration problem. You've probably heard about how Bitcoin and all these cryptocurrencies are very dangerous for the environment to mine. They use up a lot of energy. This is really important because you are going to be what solves that problem. Isn't that great? They already got it figured out. You are going to just be the node in the blockchain, and they are going to tell you this solves the climate crisis, right? They've already had this plan. You are going to be a node in the blockchain. You're going to be all hooked up to this system. You're going to be hooked up on the cloud, right? Which is why they need to normalize Codex and Moderna and get all of our, medication testing on the cloud. They have funded a mass testing program where everyone's health history is going to be on the cloud between now and 2025, 2026. I was talking about Co-Diagnostics. I was talking about rituals. And guess what? AI's energy problem is also going to be solved with humans, and that is a much different video, unfortunately. But this was all supposed to be conspiracy voo-voo, that we were being programmed with a ritual, a religious ritual, and this was to get us to accept and normalize something that is called a crazy voodoo conspiracy theory. But let's look at this. Optic ID for Apple Vision Pro announced today. Not Kenya anymore, not Ethiopia anymore. Much of our digital lives. And by the way, shortly after that Sam Altman ritual, Henry Kissinger died. He's most known for colonialism, or like imperial colonialism, and how awful that was. And he, I mentioned, in his video that this was going towards a transhumanist idea. And this article that I mostly talked about in this video, it was an article. It was a highly accredited article. It was one of the big, fact checker people who wrote that. Anyway, Optic ID for Apple Vision Pro announced on February 2nd. My conspiracy theory. is just going to be read out to you right now in front of Apple 2 months later. Much of our digital lives are stored on our Apple devices, and it's important to protect that information like every Apple product and service, right? Cybersecurity is what I said. Apple Vision Pro, and now they're talking about Iran's going to hack us, all this bullshit that's contrived. They're going to blame it's you know, if you think anyone could harm America's ecosystem besides America itself, they're all part of the same team. Anyway, much of our digital lives are stored on our Apple devices, and it's important to protect that information like every Apple product and service. Apple Vision Pro was designed to help protect your privacy. This is how stupid this is. It's about protecting your privacy, and they're about to encrypt your iris scan. Think about this, guys. This is once we are scanning our irises on the blockchain, let me tell you, it's over. It's over. Okay, I'll get into that later. Like every Apple product and service, Apple Vision Pro was designed to help protect your privacy and keep you in control of your information. Horse crap. It builds on the foundation of existing Apple privacy and security features with new technologies like Optic ID. Optic ID, fringe conspiracy theory 2 months ago. Now Apple's just telling you it's a new cool thing. Oh, man. In the same way, They call it the foot in the door technique, and you're about to read the foot in the door technique. Once you get that foot in the door, this is Psychology 101. In the same way, get street smart, people. Get street smart, because once your iris is on that blockchain, you are done. You are done. You are done. You're donezo. It's over. It's over. It's over. I think the jab, the people who took the mRNA and the PFE, I don't agree with them. I'm worried. I think they still got a chance. Anyone on this, you're done. This is it. This is it. You upload your irises willingly, knowingly onto an AI blockchain camera. It's over. It's over for you. Your soul, this is what they want. This is about your soul. In the same way that Touch ID revolutionized authentication using a fingerprint, and Face ID revolutionized authentication and facial recognition, Optic ID revolutionizes authentication using iris recognition. Optic ID provides intuitive and secure authentication that uses the uniqueness of your iris. Made possible by Apple Vision Pro's high-performance eye-tracking system of LEDs and infrared cameras. You know what they use infrared cameras in? RFID chips. They are turning your iris. Wake up, people. They're telling you right now, they are about to turn your iris into a barcode that they are going to put on the blockchain with AI cameras. Okay, that was some tweaker crap. That was tweaker crap. When I said that exact same thing in this video. I said that exact same thing. I sounded like freaking Alex Jones. I sounded like I was saying make the frogs gay. I was tweaking in this video. I sounded like a meth head. I sounded like a meth head in that fucking video. This is proof. This is what it says. They're going to put your irises onto the blockchain with infrared cameras using AI technology you can't fathom, because they know that there is information inside your eyes, inside your pupils. If you give them their stupid AI cameras that are so good, you get them close enough, they got all this AI shit analyzing the picture. When AI looks at a picture, they can extrapolate from that. They can extrapolate from that hundreds of pages of data. AI can look at a meme and extrapolate hundreds of pages of data. They can look into your eyes and they can extrapolate data we can't fathom. Okay, and this is where this is going, man. We all agree to this. We're all on these software updates on the iris scan. Pretty soon, Walmart and Target and the Nike store, just like 2020, Walmart, Target, and the Nike store say you need to be on Apple and Samsung's iris scans, because there's, grandma's dying. They're going to say they caused what's going to happen. They're going to turn all, I hate to say it, man. They gave all those people that sick shit. And this is what Pfizer and Moderna have done historically. Pfizer is the most sued company for wrongful death and injury in the history of the world. In every single instance, they gave people a disease, then gave them the cure, then apologized in court later. They're doing that now. They're about to turn, I don't know, man. Maybe they had a timetable for this. I don't know. I'm not a virologist. I hope this is all tweaker crap. I hoped this was all tweaker crap. Apple says it's not. Let's continue reading. They're going to use infrared and LED cameras to track your eyes in the name of cybersecurity. Ah, yes. With a look, Optic ID securely unlock. You need this to open up your Vision Pro with a look. And what happens when this is normalized? What happens when your company is using Vision Pros for you to do stuff? What happens when your kids get an $85,000 job 3 years out of college and they got to wear a Vision Pro? And it's got to be encrypted, and this is just normal. And they're in college. This is where this is going. This is why financial freedom matters, because you don't have a choice at a certain point with some of this. Once people are in so much debt, at a certain point, you got so much debt, you got so much kids, they can tell you, you know, you got a rent, you got a mortgage, you know, they can tell you whatever. You don't have a choice. That's called slavery. Look at this, man. And what happens when they say anyone that's walking around without all their jab history? They are going to hook this up with your medical history. They're working on this right now. I'm telling you, I'm long these two. I believe Codex and Moderna, and it's not just them. They got the whole fleet coming, man. They got the whole fleet. They got the whole fleet of biotechs. They got crap I don't even understand. Don't ask me about these stocks. I can't even understand this crap. Don't ask me about this crap. I can't understand a word of any of this. I can't understand a word. But I can understand this. Which one was this? It's the biotech, the crazy biotech of the day. What was their crazy biotech of the day? Yep, Arbutus Pharma. 1,000% unusual options volume, 94% calls, Arbutus Pharma. What's this company do? It's discovering, developing, and commercializing a portfolio of drug candidates for chronic hepatitis B infection, right? Isn't that what Fauci was accused of in the 80s? He was trying to cure hepatitis, and then he gave a bunch of Africans AIDS, and then they said that it was a monkey, kind of like how they said it was all a bat after they, anyway. Arbutus Pharma, a lot of these are heart companies, man. This is F. I'm long AMRN, heart company. Look what, it's got a bunch of the sciencey crap. All this stuff, hepatitis, AIDS, tuberculosis, whatever they gave you, whatever. They're about to make another bag off y'all, man. This is, if you got a kid, your kid's in college right now, they're telling you some job, they want some $70,000, $80,000 job. Honestly, if I was a parent, I'd be like, look, that's great, that's cute, but you're gonna have your iris scanned to use that on a blockchain. Arbutus Pharma was the biotech of the day. Who knows what they're gonna stage? Who knows, man? Maybe it's, I don't know. Arbutus Pharma was the scam of the day, the pharma stock of the day. Some days it's AMRN, I'm long AMRN. Opco Health was another. I mean, I got to stop buying some of these because, like, pretty soon I got in a system where I was doing unusual options volume. I realized they were all biotechs. I was like, crap, I'm making a lot of money, but I'm like, I'm getting too biotech right now. I mean, look at all these. Like, these are all gambles. A lot of these stocks have zero sales, no sales. I have more, I'll get more sales next week from a dividend than these companies will all year. That doesn't seem to matter, to the MMs right now. But anyway, let's just keep reading about what Apple said. Because it's going to mention blockchain, advanced technologies, Optic ID, results from the combination of some of the most advanced hardware and software we've ever created. When you set up Optic ID, spatiotemporally modulated eye-safe near-infrared light illuminates the eye so that the Apple Vision Pro eye cameras can capture images of your iris. Let's try that one more time. When you set up Optic ID, spatiotemporally modulated eye-safe near-infrared lights illuminate the eye so that the Apple Vision eye cameras can capture images of your iris. I'm not going to look up what spatiotemporally, man. Let's see what this one means. What's this? Belonging to both space and time. So they're going to put you in space-time. Right, they want to alter your space-time, which is why Apple's got that bite out of it. It's why all their products are black cubes. It's why all the screens you look at are black cubes to tell you the time on them. They're going to, and what's this all about? I said how this happened on this ritual with Sam Altman. Happened on 0 degrees Saturn. The days, while Saturn's hitting 0 degrees, the first day, as we're going into Sagittarius, he's the Christ ritual being crucified between two thieves. And I was like, this is a religious ritual. Now the company that has an apple with a bite out of it is saying they're going to try to alter your space and time. And I've been saying these people, when someone says they worship Satan, just translate that to Saturn. That's what that means. They worship Saturn. They worship the god of time. If you don't understand what that means you're a slave to time. If you put a black cube on your head, when you graduated, right? You got degrees, you got masters. Those are both astrological terms. Degrees, masters, all that, astrological terms. You put a black cube on your head, and then what happened? You got into debt. What's that mean? So you're in debt. That means you're a slave to time. You're working a job, debt's outpacing inflation, and you can't touch your 401k till you turn 59 or 65, and it's all in the stock market. Stock market doesn't pay any dividends, right? So you get, you make a lot of money on paper. Hopefully the day you retire, is the day of, the 2000 top. And that's it. You pull everything out, you get it, boom. Then the American dream might work out for you. Everyone else is just going to be a slave to time, and that's what all this is about. Now to be employed, to pay off your debt, to use your company's stuff that you got all that college debt for. You're gonna have to upload your eyes, your irises to the blockchain, and eventually it's gonna be more than that. This is eventually going to be used to vote. This is how we're going to solve the immigration crisis. I mean, they released a movie about this. They released a movie about this. I think it's on Hulu. It's about how they use AI robots. They use human replicating robots. It's a movie. It came out on Hulu. It's really recently, very popular. I honestly enjoyed it. But it's about these two people who use AI robots or human replicating robots this is so serious, guys. Go watch this. Look it up. There's a Hulu movie just came out recently. It's very popular. It's about two people who illegally are using human replicating Tesla robots in the future that are bought with Dogecoin. And to prove someone isn't a human or not, they scan their irises. That is called programming. That is exactly what this video said. That was actually, this video was made before I saw that, or it definitely would have been included. I mean, spatiotemporally modulated eye-safe near-infrared lights. Light is going to illuminate your eye. You're going to need to have that to keep your job. You're going to need to have that to vote. Pretty soon, we're all going to need to have that to prove we're Americans. I mean, we need to think about this. This is people who need to, you need to call your drunk uncle who's rambling about the Book of Revelation and the price of gold every Thanksgiving. That guy knows a lot more about what's about to happen than me. I can just tell you that. The iris image data is sent in. What is going on here? Your iris image data. You really think they're just taking a picture? Look at all this crap. Look at all these technological words. And yeah, man, it's just like a Nokia picture. I'll get into these pictures. These cameras are coming back. There's going to be a camera craze. You probably thought, oh, pup, cameras are old technology. They got new cameras coming out. We're going to talk about those. This iris image data is sent to and processed in the secure enclave in a portion of the Apple M2 chips. All these chips, man, these AI chips. These are AI chips. Am I not mistaken? Does Apple not have AI in these M2 chips? I know Nvidia does. AMD is working on it. I am almost 100% sure Apple has AI M2 chips, and this is exactly what this video is saying, that AI is going to process the vivid pictures of your iris. That was kooky conspiracy crap. That was based on a ritual involving the season of Sagittarius, Sam Altman playing the Christ figure, and an extremely extensive knowledge of, the Bible and transhumanism and occultism. Now we're reading this right now. An AI M2 chip is a neural engine. What? That's what they're using. Neural networks, AI processing. Sam Altman. His last name is Altman. Alternative man. Alternative man. Altman. Come on, people. They're trying, this is deep. They're about to get to subtracting when it is transformed into a mathematical. What they're going to transform. This is exactly what I just said. They're going to transform your iris data into a mathematical representation of you. Fam, this is the Holocaust. What was the first step? What was the first step in the Holocaust? Putting a number on everyone. At least then they're putting their numbers on your arm. They're putting the numbers on your eyes. Hello? Henry Kissinger just died. So there's one more person who can join that super secret cult that he got a medal from 6 months before he died. Have a video about that. Come on, people. You're really okay with an AI chip is going to take a picture of everyone's irises and encrypt them? And that some wacko kook was able to tell you this based on the season of Sagittarius and Sam Altman? I mean, I wouldn't be chill with this, man. Have you guys lost your minds? Once you do this, it's over, fam. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Optic ID automatically adapts to changes in conditions by updating your enrolled this is a regular thing. Your enrolled template after a successful authentication. What? We are using our irises and taking pictures of them to AI. This is Apple. Come on, people. This is going to be normalized. Once it's Apple and Samsung, their next step is announce whatever happened. Maybe it's zombie deer. Maybe it's related to 5G. Maybe it's related to the consequences of all that medication people took. And the time's just going to run up on them, and they're going to just, have another media demic. But this is crazy, man. I mean, I shouldn't be able to make predictions like this. Price was one thing. Now I'm just reading y'all the script. Optic ID adapts to changes in conditions by updating your enrolled template after a successful authentication. This is blockchain technology. This helps improve Optic ID performance in various lighting conditions under which the visible portion of your iris and the size of your pupil might vary. Optic ID is designed to work with prescription soft contact lenses and ZEIS optical inserts for users who require vision correction. Well, that was nice of them. At least they're not ableist. When you unlock your Vision Pro with Optic ID, the Optic ID icon is predominantly displayed in the center of your line of sight after you successfully unlock your Vision Pro. I mean, this is just for your phone. You're going to need this to unlock your work stuff. You will. Come on. You don't have a boss that's like, one day your kid's going to be working for a manager. Hey, man, you want to keep your job? Just get on these iris scans. It's blockchain, encryption, Some guy named Puppy Trades made a video about it 2 months before it became official. Yeah, man, eye cameras. While you continue to wear the device, if you need help to authenticate, this continual tracking is used by Optic ID for authentication. To help prevent inadvertent purchases using Apple Pay, the authorization will only be successful if you're looking directly at the app. Wow. What have Christians been saying for so long? The mark of the beast. That we were going to move from a cash-based society. Remember, cash spreads CV. Remember that in 2020 and 2021? That's why PayPal went up. That's why Square Cash went up. They're getting ready. For your Shopify, Shopify is exploding, right? This is used for payment. Let's look at the Shopify chart. So this is where this is going. This is going to be like if 2020, they didn't stop, man. It got pretty bad and then they stopped. They might not stop this time. I'm saying by the time Code X Code X, man, disease X, the X eclipse. It's going to cross, make an X with the previous eclipse that's coming. These people are freaks. Elon Musk changed his name to X. I'm saying by the time we see Shopify up here, if we see Shopify up here, if we see Codex up here, we see Opco Health up here, you know, I mean, maybe we see, you know, I didn't get Zoom, right? But I think we're going to see Zoom, Asana, like they're going to force the issue on this, man. They're going to force the issue. They're going to force the issue. You know, I haven't got Zoom perfect. Maybe it'll go Wyckoff and break 59.94. I think it's going to hold above and not. But sometimes, you know, recent IPOs that low can go. But I'm looking for Zoom to enter wave 3. I haven't gotten it perfect, but, you know, I've smoked a lot of these. Shopify, Moderna, you know, 4th or 5th time. You know, I've predicted, you know, 50, 60, even, you know, 200, 300% rallies in these names. And I think by the time we see Codex, Moderna, Opco, Shopify, should I be right? And I hope I'm wrong. This is all going to come to fruition. It's not just going to be some marketing thing. They're about to force the issue on this technology, man. They're about to force the issue. You know, this is going to be used to pay. I mean, this is the mark of the beast on steroids. I mean, the Bible's almost, you know, I bet God's reading the Bible. He's like, damn, I didn't know it was going to be this bad. You know, blockchain in the eyes. Jesus, I thought we were going to have, you know, I thought we were just going to use, you know, some tattoos. You know, they got smart ink tattoos, man. I think they just want to get your eyes. Security safeguards with optic ID. We've done some important things to safeguard the information on your Apple Vision Pro, the same way we did with Touch ID, foot in the door 1, and Face ID, foot in the door 2, optic ID. You know, the third time's the charm. You know, now you got the mark of the beast. You're using your eyes to buy stuff and prove you're a human, fam. You're a demon. You're basically the devil at that point. I mean, you can't hate Satan if you are using your eyes to unlock your phone. You're using your eyes to pay for stuff. You're using your eyes to prove you're a human, and you're on the blockchain. You're not allowed to hate Satan. Okay, you're the devil at that point. You know, I need to, you know, start throwing holy water at you. The same way we did with Touch ID and Face ID, Optic ID uses near infrared imaging and processing, including image learning on a secure authentication solution. Optic ID data is encrypted. It never leaves your device and is only accessible from a secure enclave processor. Wow, encryption. That is a straight up cryptographic term. That is exactly what this video said. They're about to use your iris scans and make it a node in the blockchain. So then they can use that as part of proof of work in their verification system. And so you're going to prove you're a human. Do you have all your jabs? All right, this node in the blockchain's good. Did you say anything, any potty words on social media? Anything the government didn't like? Did you talk about any real issues, you know, besides the contrived right and left stuff? All right, this blockchain doesn't work. That means you can't buy stuff at, you know, the Amazon Go store or whatever. That's going to be every store soon, right? Look at this straight up blockchain technology. The probability that a random person in the population could unlock your Apple Vision Pro using Optic ID is less than 1 in a million. As an encryption, as an additional protection, Optic ID allows a maximum of 5 unsuccessful match attempts before a passcode is required. You still might even just end up typing in a passcode. The statistical probability that a random person could unlock your Apple Vision Pro using Optic ID is higher if only a single eye is enrolled. They want you to use both eyes, man, or it's going to be less safe, you know, which is an accessibility option. Optic ID matches against a detailed iris structure in the near infrared domain, which reveals highly unique patterns independent of iris pigmentation. It's designed to protect against spoofing. You know, they're talking about, why are they using all these financial terms? This spoofing is when someone makes a bunch of fake orders in the stock market on an options chain to make the impression of a fake buyer to improve their own liquidity, even though they know they're not going to fill that order. That's called spoofing. So they got spoofing, they got encryption. Pretty soon they're just going to be saying you're a node on the blockchain. And everyone's going to be like, I guess Pup told us, but, you know, y'all are going to be on Ethereum then, so it's not going to matter. When you enable Optic ID, your persona, right, your personhood now is linked to your Optic ID. Enrollment, verbatim, your personhood is going to be proven by your Optic ID encryption on an AI blockchain chip. That's what this says. Let's try that one more time. I said 2 months ago in a kooky crazy video mentioning the season of Sagittarius, the Christ ritual with Sam Altman, and even the fact his name was Altman is proof it was going to be normalized for basic functions of life. That your iris scan with an AI camera processed, encrypted blockchain, whatever, is going to be how you prove you're a person. That was some crazy shit. It was only going on in Ethiopia. That was, Sam Altman's. Nope, this is Apple now. I'm telling you, this is the new norm. I said, this is how they're normalizing it. This is how they're programming you. Now we've proven that programming is real. It's blatantly real. To use optic ID, you must set up your phone. This looks like it's a, let's see. Yeah, they're saying it's safe, right? Infrared, the illumination system using optic ID, multiple infrared emitters placed around the lens with safety at the forefront. The system complies with international safety standards. We'll see, man. If you rely, February 2, 2024. February 2, 2024. This video told you November 19th, 2023, because of a Sagittarius Sam Altman ritual, a conspiracy dating back to 2019, that a lot of this, shamdemic stuff was being used to get the mark of the beast. Now we got it, in writing from Apple. The new norm is to prove you're a person, to prove, you have all your jabs, to prove you haven't said any, red flag stuff on social media, and pretty soon to, prove you're definitely not going wherever the Christians and all these religious people want to go. Well, Apple says it's here today. I told you it was coming November 19th.